Welcome to your Research Business Daily Report. We're going to start today by heaping credit on market research and consumer insights departments. They're doing a terrific job with their hands full, their workloads always increasing, and then there are the discouraging realities around shrinking staffs and skin-tight budgets. Regrettably, however, today is a tough love day on RBDR when it comes to those departments. I'm really sorry to sound like a broken record about 21st century research department decisions to acquiesce control of new data-based programs to other internal departments, but facts are facts. Sales departments went gaga for CRM, and research basically ignored it. Many research departments took DIY lightly. Some even turned their nose up at it. And then marketing recently grabbed control of social media without a research whimper. John Burshik, managing partner of MindClick SGM, says it's happening again, this time with something called customer experience. But he says it's symptomatic of a much larger issue.
The issue and the problem with customer experience is it is actually bypassing the market research departments. And this has been found in small to medium sized firms, but most predominantly, and where it's most disturbing, is CE, or as we call it, is making its way straight into the executive management in the boardroom. And once it's in those hands, we have no control over what's being said. We have no control over how data is being gathered. And the reason for that is instead of being at the table as a part of this conversation, we become a group that a consultant comes in and interviews. And then they take the whole picture, as they like to call it, of customer experience for that company to the executives. We should be there. We should be the ones that are actually driving this. And we're not. A brand and product manager contact me about a product launch. So we're talking about what's in our wheelhouse as market researchers, right? A new product launch. This is what we have done for decades. Not a big deal. This individual came to me from a referral, had talked to 3 other research companies, and the thing she was settling on before she discussed it with me was she was going to use SurveyMonkey in a do-it-yourself format. And she laid out the 3 basic things she wanted to accomplish. What they led to was a discussion about what she needed to have in the survey. Something as simple, Bob, as employing a concept statement and then making the concept statement come alive because of today's online tools. And then from that, deriving price elasticity curves. These were things that by the time we were done, and she said she was in love with my brain, which I love that, but it's an example of just how we have fallen as a market research industry in not asking the right questions to begin with so that we can get to setting a person up and answering and providing the answers that they actually need. At the end of the conversation, I have the information in front of me and we're moving forward. And so it's not a cost issue. Cost was not the issue. I'm far more expensive than SurveyMonkey. So the one thing that is to our detriment is we have not become aware and knowledgeable about what is actually happening with some of these things. If I talk to a market researcher about usability, usually a market researcher says, what is that? What does that mean? What user experience? And Bob, it's market research, okay? It's something that we should have had a very large seat at the table. CRM is another one. Why on earth did we hand that over to the technical folks? Customer experience, we're handing over to vice presidents who are running these things with other consultants who they're paying a lot of money to and not having the expertise of how do we ask the right questions to the people to actually bring this to bear? So we have a couple of things. Besides complacency, we have a lack of knowledge of what's really happening out there for some of these competitors to us, and real competitors that they are. And then taking that knowledge that we gain from understanding their world and turning it into a very backbone-driven approach to saying, I've got a backbone, I'm willing to stand up and say, this is the direction that we should be heading rather than going down that path. This individual and this company has an internal research department, and they were not even brought to the table on a product launch discussion. I think that speaks volumes right there. It really comes down to us. If we are traditional researchers, if we have the background and we really want to stand up and see our industry not lose ground that we've fought very hard to win, we need to do more than just simply sit around and taking orders. We need to actually come out and say, look, I need to challenge the whole assumptions that we're talking about.
That's your Research Business Daily Report. Thanks for joining us. We hope you have a great research day. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow. And a reminder that if you're at all interested in becoming a sponsor for RBDR videos, send me an email to info@rflonline.com and we'll have a chat. Take care.